Next story.
NYTimes.com. Citing missed recruitment goals, NYPD lowers standards to any swingin' dick. Benny Stolwitz.
3 to 4 minutes.
Faced with a staggering exodus of officers and struggling to fill its ranks, the NYPD has taken drastic steps to boost recruitment, slashing educational and other standards in an effort to swell its thinning blue line.
We just need more bodies on the streets, said Police Commissioner McGeorge Bundy, who has overseen the department's workforce reduction from its peak of 40,000 to just over 34,000. Our veteran officers are working so much overtime they're burnt out and starting to make mistakes. Just letting these guys get some rest will improve our quality of policing, even if we have to train some of the more questionable recruits longer.
Among the most notable changes, the elimination of the requirement for 60 college credits, the removal of an entrance exam for applicants with prior military or law enforcement experience, and a streamlined background check process. The department is also considering lowering the minimum age requirement and increasing the maximum age cap for new recruits.
Besides, how much intelligence does it take to demand someone's ID and run their name through NCIC? Bundy quipped, not every recruit needs to be Joe Friday.
Community leaders and policing reform advocates have expressed alarm over the shift, warning that an influx of underqualified officers could lead to more misconduct, brutality, and wrongful arrests.
Every frustrated jock not good enough to play professional sport will leap to join our police force, where they can legally lay hands on people for fun and profit, said Diabla McKenney, leader of a community action group in Hell's Kitchen. Look at the changes. They are decreasing the education requirements but maintaining the physical fitness requirements. Brawn over brains. Welcome to the new NYPD.
McKenney and others point to the department's long history of excessive force complaints and civil rights violations as a reason to raise, rather than lower, recruitment standards.
This is a recipe for disaster, said Dr. Charles Levinson, a former NYPD training officer and policing consultant. You're talking about lowering the bar in a city with already high tensions between law enforcement and the public. Policing requires judgment, restraint, and problem-solving skills, things that don't necessarily come from just being physically fit or willing to enforce the law with your fists like Batman.
Not all officers are opposed to the changes. Some argue that the job has become so undesirable due to public scrutiny, rising crime, and political pressure that easing entry requirements is the only way to keep the force functional.
You think guys are lining up to join the NYPD right now? Get real, said one officer, donning the cowl of anonymous coward to speak freely. We've got guys quitting for private security gigs or moving to smaller departments where they can pound perpetrations into fudge with less public scrutiny. We need warm bodies in uniform, plain and simple.
Still, others worry about the long-term consequences. We used to take pride in being the best trained force in the country, said Sergeant Daniel Rivera, a 15-year veteran. Now we're talking about scraping the bottom of the barrel just to get numbers up. Any swinging dick. It's demoralizing.
Despite the backlash, the NYPD remains committed to its new recruitment strategy, arguing that maintaining current staffing levels is a matter of public safety.
We'll train them up, Bundy insisted. We're not just handing out badges and guns to anyone who can do a push-up, but at the end of the day, we need more officers, period.